Hey guys, welcome back to another Dungeon Hunter Champions video. So today's video I am doing because I'm currently farming experience, and I thought I'd do a video about farming experience, tips on farming experience. The reason I'm farming experience is because one of the events that is currently on. So they've reintroduced the marathon event, which I'm a little bit shocked about. I mean, I'm not as excited as I'm still excited, but I'm not as excited as I was last time, and the reason I'm not that excited about it is because it's called a marathon for a reason. It just takes a lot of time to get through all the events. There's 7 sub events in total, and I'm currently doing one now, and it's not farming experience that's required, it's the promotion of your champions that's required. And I'm there going, well, I'm going to have to farm experience because I've done all my puzzle pups. I've done all my 3-star and 4-star puzzle pups. So I've got nothing else. I'm already halfway through this marathon. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do an experience, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, so I'm going to do it. Now, the marathon events is the event where I got the ultimate disc at the end of it, which I got my wife to summon. So am I aiming for that ultimate disc at the end of this one? I'm not so sure. Maybe. We'll see how we go. I haven't used any of the checkered flags yet, but we'll see how we go. So as you can see, I'm farming experience, and I know some of the tips some players you're already going to know because other YouTubers have done it. But I thought I'd talk about some. I also thought I'd talk about top 5 fodders to use in the scenario. So first off, scenario farming experience, Dungeon Hunter Champions is far more grueling. I know I keep comparing it to Summoner's War, and that's because they're very similar concepts in how they operate, but it's far more grueling than Summoner's War. Summoner's War is actually easier to farm experience because you don't have to farm as much experience. So in Summoner's War, I only need to get a 3-star creature to level 25. In Dungeon Hunter Champions, it's level 30. 4-star is level 40, but in Summoner's War, it's level 30. So you can already see the massive difference between the two just from that. So there's more experience you have to farm in Dungeon Hunter Champions than Summoner's War. Summoner's War is also very quick. Like, they've got other ways to farm experience very fast that this doesn't have. Dungeon Hunter Champions doesn't have. Maybe they'll introduce a similar feature, who knows. Putting all that aside though, there are some areas in the scenarios that are worth doing, and this is one of them, and that's the stages with the Scorpion boss. So that Scorpion that's lumbering along, you just have to prevent it from getting to the very end of the level. And destroying the crystal. And the only way you can prevent it is by killing it. These stages are considered the best place to farm experience because they're the quickest way to end the level, because the boss is right there at the beginning. So if you can kill the boss very quickly, then you're laughing and you'll gain that experience. And it doesn't matter how many creatures you kill, you get the same amount of experience. So if you kill that Scorpion boss within the first 30 seconds, as you see, I'm not doing that with this current group because they're all quite low fodders at the moment. But if you kill it very fast, even though there's more experience required to gain in Dungeon Hunter Champions, you can do it faster than what you can do in Summoner's War. So the Scorpion stages, if you're not aware of them, that's where you should be going to farm experience for any of your creatures, and those are found on board 1, scenario 10, board 3, scenario 7, board 5, scenario 1, board 6, scenario 1, and board 7, scenario 5, and you should be doing the highest one of those that you can. So I'm doing board 6, scenario 1. I can do board 7, scenario 5. However, my farmer, which is the one in the front there with the 2 blades, she is nature, and the majority of creatures that you face in the highest one are fire, so it means she has attribute disadvantage. Now, she can still get through it, it's just more about the fact it takes more time, and obviously value being able to farm quickly, so I go to this stage. Now, that's tip 1. If you're going to farm experience in Dungeons & Champions, you should be doing it at the Scorpion bosses stage. I could click straight on the boss and go straight aim for that. That might make it a little bit faster, but you know, at the end of the day, it's really much for muchness. So yes, do the stages. Now the other thing is, another tip, I know some people have mentioned these tips before, but I'm going to add a little bit extra on there and actually tell you that my top 5 fodder creatures to use. And it sounds a bit silly because it's not something that sometimes we have to think about. But in Dungeons & Champions, to make it faster, make use of the fodders, make the best use of the fodders you pick. And these top 5 picks that I'm going to talk about today, I always try and bring at least one of them into a team of 3. Not more than one, because more than one's a bit of an overkill. You want to be able to spread them out. But one of them. So I'm going to go through that now and tell you my top 5 fodder creatures to use. Now firstly, before I go any further in this video, let me just quickly apologise for my voice. I've been unwell for the past few days, so unwell in fact that my end of week summons for Summoners of War video that will come out the same day, hopefully this video comes out, I don't even talk in that one, so I'm on the recovery, but I had a rather nasty bug. Alright, so let's continue with this video. So, top 5 fodders. The reason these guys are top 5 fodders is because each one of them brings a death break. And death break's important. Unless you've got a farmer that already has a death break inbuilt in it, you want one of your fodders to provide that death break. And so, it just makes it quicker. So, as soon as that Scorpion boss gets a death break, I'm breaking through and I'm killing it. A lot faster. So, with that being said, my top 5 fodder creatures that I'll be talking through all provide a death break in one way or another. Now, none of these five fodder creatures, am I saying, are not worth building on their own right. In fact, if I actually look at the list I've written down in the end, 4 out of 5 I can easily tell you are worth building. On their own right. But if you've already built it or you're not intending to build it, they are worth foddering. So leveling them up to the top, level in 3-star category, which is level 30, they are worth doing that for. So let's talk about them. Let's go through and talk about these guys. So first off the bat on my top 5 list is this guy, the Water Basilisk. So the reason he's in the top 5 is because, funnily enough, he does a death break on his Searing Breath. So this guy, Garari, I think is his ascended name, he does a death break. The reason he's at the 5th spot though is because he's close quarters. So the ones that you want to do death breaks, you don't want them in close quarters because they'll die quickly. So you might get the death break out of him, or he might die pretty soon, especially if he's at the beginning. Later on, when he starts leveling up, his tankiness will start helping him, but he provides a death break. And the other reason he's in my top 5 pick is because he also provides an immunity buff. In the earliest time, when he's younger levels, you probably won't notice it that much, but later on, you'll notice it. So when all those creatures that are trying to prevent you from killing that Scorpion King, that Scorpion boss, you'll be able to Scorpion King. Talk about the Rock movie. The Scorpion boss, you'll be able to get through them pretty quick. So number 5 on my list is the Water Basilisk. So bring him and then 2 random fodders. As I said, I wouldn't bring more than one because you want to spread them over separate from each other. It's a bit of overkill, but he's definitely one of my top 5 picks for foddering. Number 4, and I'm using her currently in that team that you saw before, is this one, the Nature Boon Sister. So she, now if I can pronounce her name correctly, Kavilia, I think is her name. The reason I picked her is on her normal skill, allies. This one here, the erosion, every 4th attack will place a death break. So A, she's distance, which means she's less likely to die pretty quick. In the early levels she will, but as you get progress she'll pick up a bit of a max. And she's a HP mon as well, so she's less likely to is she an HP mon? Yeah, no. She's less likely to die as she progresses in levels. The other reason she's in my top 5 picks is because she can also provide a mark. So a mark is another additional damage debuff. So death break plus a mark is pretty useful and will help you knock down the scorpion boss faster as well. So Boon Sister, Nature Boon Sister is number 4. Number 3. Where are you? Where are you? You're here. You're here. I know you are. There you are. Rota. Now I talk about Rota a lot. I've actually built her. You know, she's a pretty stunning damage dealer. But she's number 3. Again, she's distance, and again she provides a death break. The other reason she's in there is she also can raise the attack speed. So it makes your guys just hit really hard and fast. So my farmer, for example, I think one of their skills increases in damage based on their attack speed. So she can help out in that sense. Now, again, as I said, she's worth... So far, out of the 3 that I mentioned thus far, Rota and the Water Basilisk, Garari, oh, she's such a weird name. They're worth building in their own right, but if you have already built them, and you get summon spares, which you will. This one is in my top 5. She's number 3 for helping you when it comes to fodders. Number 2. Hoshi. Hoshi is a fantastic monster, guys. I honestly think she's one of the best monsters worth building. I use her all the time. In fact, you know, I've got her built. She's 6-starred and fully skilled, so I don't need any more Hoshis. But if I do get one, I use her as monster. She's my top. She's my 2nd pick. There's only one other monster that I would pick over her for foddering. And the reason that is the case is Ribbon Whip. So Death Break on that. So there you go, Death Break. But the other reason she trumps Rota, again, she's distance as well, so she's less likely to die in the battle because she won't be at the front. But also blesses all allies with inspiring magic, instantly refreshes all of their skills cooldowns, refreshes all of her skill cooldowns, and lowers the skill cooldowns of the affected allies. So she's going to help your allies lessen the skills cooldown, and she also raises the attack. So Death Break and raises the attack. So you're going to do far more damage, and you're going to do it quite efficiently. So Yoshi is number 2, and my number 1 pick is Cassandra, Moon Sister. She is my number 1 pick. Again, distance. She's a HP mon, so she's less likely to die pretty quick. She raises the attack, and she also does a death break. And she does a small heal, which is going to be rather minor if you've got a well-built farmer. But the attack increase and the death break just makes it so much faster. So whenever you're farming experience in Dungeon Hunter Champions, make sure to bring at least one of your fodders can do a death break. These are my top 5 picks. There are other monsters out there that do it. I did not include light or dark monsters because, I mean, they're not as rare to come by as they are in Summoner's War, but they're still rarer. So you're less likely just to go, oh, I happen to have one of these 3-star fodders, I'll do that for the light one. And the other creatures I also deliberately left out. I don't think they're showing. Here we go, these ones. I deliberately left out the Scourge monsters because you can't summon them anymore at the moment unless they bring that back, which they probably will because they brought back the marathon event to wear us all out. Anyway, guys, so that's it. Just a quick video about farming in Dungeon Hunter Champions. I hope you find some use from it. Hey, and if you think I missed one of my top 5 fodders to bring in for scenarios is incorrect, or you think I've missed someone, please let me know in the comments below. All right, thank you for tuning in. Karo signing off.